Hey everyone, Fnweebs. Since I'm near the rank I want to be now, I figured I'd make guides so that people are able to take from my experiences. Figured I might start with the hero I have the most towers on, which is Punisher. Been grinding out to eternity, and trust me, these 3 tips will help you get better at Punisher. Now there are some basic tips such as occupy high ground or the middle of your screen or where your shots go. This guide is primarily going to focus around these 3 major things that help improve your Punisher gameplay. Tip number 1, you are unbothered by anything while in your ultimate. That means I'm not affected by this strange ult here. There is no stun, there is no sleep, there is no slow that is going to be able to affect you while you are ulting. That means Snow's snowball doesn't freeze you, Hulk's exile doesn't exile you. You even see here that the Spider-Man's ult is hitting me, it's dealing damage to me, and it's not snaring me because I am unbothered whenever I'm in my ult. Now that same negation of other abilities while in his ult that the Punisher has isn't only exclusive to his ult. Your turret has the exact same negation effect that your ult does while being able to block off different parts of the map from wherever somebody's being zoned out of. So you have this big 600 HP shield in front of you that's blocking off parts that the enemy's trying to get to from where you're shooting. That also makes abilities that would otherwise take you out of the fight not affect you. See here, I'm making sure that the Venom isn't able to hurt me, that the turret's the one taking damage, not me, and the Shark understands he's not able to ult me to throw me off the map. And that turret does take the damage of whatever it's facing, otherwise I would be dead here. Now should I have run to that health the second that I noticed that I'm on 5 HP? Probably, we're gonna move on. Here I'm still using my turret as a shield, and you'll notice, even against Namor's ult, whether you are ulting or whether you are in turret mode, anything that is an ability that takes you out of the fight other than the damage that you take will not affect you. Now you will still take the damage from whatever the ability is unless you are in turret mode and having the front of the turret take the brunt of the damage for you, though most you're able to push through and still get the elimination. Now on to tip number 2, which seems as though it's a pretty basic tip, and that's to utilize your walls as much as possible. Having that sort of general information on the enemy team and being able to predict what they're probably going to be able to do next based off of that information that you're able to relay back to the rest of your team is incredibly helpful. You're already able to see where your team's at based off of their outline. So just pepper them with bullets a bit and you'll be able to have that information so that you're able to utilize it better with your team. Your walls are information warfare. Use them to predict when somebody's going to do their next move, or you're also able to use them for simple zoning purposes, such as what I'm doing with this Hela and these tanks here in this. Now what I just did there was known as zoning, and what zoning is, for those of you who aren't sure, essentially I'm putting bullets down to where they're either going to have to walk into them or stand perfectly still and take damage from somebody else. There's also a major hint in there as to what the major tip number 3 is going to be in this video. See if you figure out what it is. All 3 tips are going to be being utilized throughout this video. Now obviously there are some ults that make sure that people stand still, such as this Groot ult right here, or Doctor Strange's ult, which is better to be utilized with it. I personally prefer whenever a snow ult's going off, that way we have 2 people who are unable to be affected by anything, just running at whatever with damage being dealt. And here I'm utilizing that big 600 HP shield up on high ground to zone everybody out. I'm unable to be pushed out of it unless something's damaging me from behind. Oh hey man. And in this scene, as well as the previous, you'll notice that I was utilizing my walls to make sure that the Panther wasn't able to get away. So we have that we're supposed to utilize walls to give the information to our team as well as utilize the information ourselves. We have that we're unable to be affected by anything while in our turret or within our ult. So what do you think the third thing would be? I'll go ahead and give you a second to think about it. It's the same basic tip we've all heard. That's right everyone, it's been being utilized throughout this entire video. Say it for everybody else in the back. Tip number 3 is switching to your secondary is faster than reloading. Now as simple as a tip as this might be, dealing damage with your shotgun is a great way to take out a ton of health of anybody who's melee and trying to get to you, or whenever you want to run up to a tank and try and take out a ton of their health, or somebody who's melee and you want to take out a ton of their health and you're able to see them through your walls. Either way, switching to your shotgun is a great way to finish off the elim, and reloading your assault rifle actually replenishes your shotgun ammo as well. Those are my 3 tips. Thank you very much for watching. Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick thank you to everybody who watched the video. Should you have enjoyed the video, please think about subscribing. It actually does help me out a ton and make sure I'm able to have food in my belly. Glad you enjoyed enough to watch to the end. See ya.